So I'm going to start off this video kind of point blank. This community can learn a ton of stuff from the K-pop community.
Yeah. She got me thinking that she too bad. She got me thinking that she.
To give some background, I was recently a vendor at a K-pop event earlier this month, and I don't really know much about K-pop. I'm gonna be completely honest. I have taught some K-pop choreography. Well, it was my choreography that I taught 2 K-pop songs. That's like the closest I've been to into the community. And then the other 2 things is that I have 2 different students who are into K-pop. That's basically the furthest extent my knowledge goes. However, when I was a vendor at this event, I was kind of thrown into the deep end because, again, I don't know too much, and it was basically several hundred people coming together specifically because they love K-pop, which was incredible because I saw the passion that they had for what they love. And I think that's really what the dance community can learn from the K-pop community. The organization put everything together, right? They got the space, they reached out to vendors, they advertised that they were gonna have an event, but everything else was filled in by the community themselves, right? So they had a bunch of games, they had like performances, they had, random dances, which is basically you have an open dance floor and people on the sidelines, and they shuffle through a playlist, and if you hear a song that you know the choreography to, you come out and do the choreography to that specific part of the song. And then halfway through it stops, it shifts to a different song. If you know it, you go off. If you know it, you stay on and keep dancing. If you don't know it, you go off to the sides. And so you basically have they have built this whole catalog of choreography in their head that they have memorized completely, so that they can hit any song at any time and immediately know exactly what the choreography is. I think that's incredible, right? I think that shows how intelligent dancers can be and how, kinesthetic intelligence is totally a thing. But I think even more than that, we should be able to put on events as the dance community that allow the community themselves to do the thing that they love. Kpop 757 was an organization, and they basically just said, hey, we're gonna have an opening for people to perform. That's it. That's all they did. They said, do you want to perform? And they were like, yes. And then it happened. The people who were in the organization didn't do anything. They just put it on, and the community filled in the gaps. So I feel like as the dance community, we should be creating space for other dancers to do the thing that they love and to advertise them instead of ourselves. Instead of like, I have a crew, come out and see us perform. Or I have a class that I'm teaching, come out and take this class. And I think those 2 things are good, but it's like, hey, I want to create a space for dancers to perform the things that they have performed. Instead of just saying, look at me, I'm performing, we should be like, hey, what do you have performed? You can create, you're a creative person, you're really good at dancing, let me create a space for you. And so if we're all doing that at the same time, we eventually create this space where it's like, I'm giving to you and you're giving to me, and we're supporting each other and building each other in the things that we love to do. So to sum all of that up, I think instead of building our own little empires of like, I have this crew, you have that crew, I have this thing, you have that thing, like we should come together and say, let's build together by giving to each other. Because if I'm giving to you and you're giving to me, we're both receiving. Here's a little recap that I threw together of the footage that I got. So I hope you enjoy, and as a side note, before the video actually starts, I'm starting a K-pop class just to support that community. So it'll be every Saturday at 12 p.m. I've already posted on all my social media platforms. So check it out, and if you're interested, reach out to me.
I'm the one in my zone. 다른 애들은 삐약. 좋지한 바보들 좀 봐. 이건 무슨 일이야? 그럴 필요 없어. 잠깐만 축하는 나를 가는 우리 멀어 지나쳐 취하지 않은 그 밤은 어두워. 터지는 개성에 밤은 툭툭 버려. try to get it on, yeah. Black mirror, we're on this Babylon. The problem is black mirror. 누가 영상 get it on, yeah. Please stop, Black Mirror.